Members, welcome back. My name is Emmanuel Mtiniso. Today is the 17th of February 2019. I would love to welcome you once again to this evening's topic. Let us just go to one of the blogs which I have been reading. I just want to share this again with you because we need to be sharing these blogs, especially the oldest blogs. Let us look at this topic this evening. This is a poster from the blog which was posted almost a year ago. It reads as the topic is Pathway to Collecting Retroactive Cookie Rewards. Pathway to Recollecting Retroactive Cookie Rewards. This was posted on the 8th of February 2018. It's almost a year now. Now, I'd love to us to take you back to this important article, the cookie rewards, about the cookie rewards. Let us read before we can discuss. It says cookie rewards will remain available retroactively back to the day we launched TPC on March 21st, 2016, until the end of this current coin network. A lack of patience has got in the way of some people that wanted to redeem their cookie rewards. I do understand both sides of this particular situation. Some faithful TPC members tried to redeem their cookie rewards, but unfortunately, their seller did not remain in good standing with the TPC community. The redemption process of cookie rewards requires the trusted seller to confirm the purchases of their buyers. Right. Let us stop from here. Let us stop from there, but we shall continue. Cookies are to be converted. There's a process called the redeem now process. We normally have two redemption periods. We have the first one is going to take place in May. It's always in May every year, if I can put it that way. And the second redemption period is in November. So we've got two official redemption periods twice in a year's time. Now is the time for us to continue to collect cookies. This is now February, March, April, May. We have 3 months to go before we can redeem, so that we can have cookies converted into Kringlies, because Kringlies are spendable. Kringlies and coins, once they are in one wallet, they are always spendable. Let me say, for instance, in this article, it says some members, some buyers have been abandoned by their sellers. So if you cannot have a seller to actually make the transaction verification with you, you need to look for another prolific leader to help you in this process, because you will never be able to redeem your cookies unless you have done what is called the transaction verification. Let me just make a typical example here. Let me just pick, I'll just pick this. I'll just use this as an example. Oh, let me make my screen sharing first. Let me make my screen sharing first. Let's say you want to do the transaction verification. You have to log into your account. and you click on the rewards. Under transaction verification, you go to confirm request. You are a what? You are a buyer. You have to go there, you log in, then on this screen, you add a request. You click there. Then you will have to fill in your name. Let me say maybe you are, let me just say Moses. Moses. Put your surname, Moses Elijah. Right? No, sorry, Moses. You put your surname here, Elijah. Moses Elijah. Then TPC 009 remains there. The amount in US, you can always go into your, maybe to your, let me just go somewhere here. Use the calculator. I'm trying to make typical examples for you to understand here. Go to your coin apps called Grain Calculator. Let's say maybe you want to make a verification transaction of 40 grains. In this case, because these days we are doing the 40 grains transaction. You come to this part. If it's 40 grains, you put 40. Now 40 is going to give you 110.07. 110.07. You come here, you put that amount, 110.07. You put there. Then you come, you go to and copy your wallet. Let me just say maybe I open my TPC 009 wallet. You go to your wallet. Let me say this is, I'm just making it as an example. You have to copy this. Copy it. And you paste it there. There is the wallet address. Then you have to look at the date of a transaction. You can go there and check the date. Let me check this one out. You copy the date here. There you go. Go back to you just put the date. I'll remove this one first. I wonder how this one got in. Good, this is the date. Then time of purchase, go back to your wallet and copy that. Time of purchase. You are filling all this, see the time. Then amount in kringles, automatically is 13 kringles. Then method of transaction, it has to be cash. Then you put your trusted seller's email address. In this case, I'll just put this one. Then from there, you save. You click on save. I'm not going to click here. You click on save. After clicking save, you click submit. This is the steps that you need to undergo when you want to make a transaction verification. You can check before saving that you have correctly put all the details correctly, your name, your surname, TPC 009 wallet, the amount in 40 grains is 110.07 in US. You have put your wallet address, the date, when it was done, the time, amount in Kringlis, method of transaction. Then from there, you put in your seller's email address. Then you save. After saving, you click submit. That is all what you have to do as a what? If you want to transact this. Let me take away everything now so that I won't actually complicate things. Let me just take everything out. This is the simple process of making a what? Transaction verification in your KCPO. Each and every member in good standing must be able to do this. You don't have to wait for your sponsor. You must be able to do it on your own. Then once you are done, your seller will then do his part. He will have to confirm also this transaction in his own KCPO account. All right. As simple as all that. Now let's go back and read. Let us go and read. Let me stop this first. Those are the very important things that one has to do if you are making the transaction verification. It's so simple. You can do it once, then you can always do it correctly every time. Now, let us go back to this issue. Let's go back to this article and read first before we can deliberate on this. Now, I understand how some sellers have lost interest in TPC during this early time of our development and have chosen to pursue other opportunities. I am sure many of the contributors of the early pre-2010 Bitcoin development team lost interest in Bitcoin before a guy proved you could actually buy pizza using Bitcoin. It takes a long vision for a pioneer to hang in there through all the bumps in the road. As far as I'm concerned, these sellers that lost interest are simply inactive for now, and we would gladly welcome them back into activity. In the meantime, there are a bunch of buyers that are anxious to collect the cookie rewards they deserve. So it is necessary to give these buyers a clear pathway to do so with some caveats. Since the original seller is no longer able or willing to help their buyers collect their cookie rewards, these buyers need to find a willing, trusted seller to stand in for them. That's what I wanted to emphasize. If you have lost contact with your buyer, please, you can always get anyone to help you or any of the broadcasters to help you. Now, this does not put you into a position to make demands upon any trusted seller to help you in this matter. You need to negotiate with your seller. The caveat is you should be willing to properly compensate a trusted seller to assist you. Don't go to a trusted seller empty-handed. You obviously paid at least 40 grains to the original seller that has left you hanging since then. Ultimately, a 40 grains purchase allows you to acquire one full TPC coin. Yes, I am sure most trusted sellers will be willing to assist you in if you purchased at least 50 grains of TPC from them. If you paid 50 grains now and had purchased 100 grains before, then that would entitle you to 150 grains worth of cookie rewards. That's a win-win for both of you. There are hundreds and soon to be thousands of chartered sellers that have their send buttons turned on. You can find chartered sellers by going here. There is a link here which you can use if you want to find your chartered seller. It says, here's the link. Let us just click there and see. Okay, fine. There's something wrong here. Anyway, let's go back. Interview a couple of them and find that the one that suits you best. In fact, this could lead to a new partnership. This is a solid solution to this particular situation. One of the things that I have noticed within the TPC community is the heavy tax on time some TPC leaders have paid without proper compensation. TPC is so different and unique that it really does take an open mind time and start to grasp what it is. Leaders in TPC have invested countless hours studying TPC until they figured out how to unlock the money in their TPC wallets. None of us have a cash out button, and some of us just have a send button. I would say that better than half the members that have a send button today don't know how to use it to get paid. I will be writing an article soon about the importance of partnering before you try selling. Why do some members have sales every day while others only complete sales once in a while? Consider what I am saying here seriously. The blind should not be leading the blind. Just because you have a question doesn't mean you can make demands upon any of our TPC leaders to answer you. This blog should contain most of the answers you would seek on the subject of TPC. And the blog does come with a keyword search feature in the top right side of it. Plus, at the bottom right side is a translate button if English is not your primary language. It's not wise to turn to social media for answers to your questions because all you get there is a random set of opinions towards inquiries. Go to the source when seeking answers. If you want a hand up, go to a TPC leader for some assistance. Just don't go to them empty-handed. Last year, I wrote an article called Common Sense Leadership, and the pun was intended. Be willing to compensate people for their time spent helping you. Some TPC leaders have started to put together their own TPC training programs and charge an admission fee of it. That's a third-party program, and that is fine. Just look at all the third-party programs built around Bitcoin. Technically, all the training you would ever need when it comes to selling TPC can be found inside of a CleanTheCash back office if you want it through video. But if you want something with the personal touch of a TPC leader, where the training is interactive, be open to the idea of compensating that leader one way or another. Their wisdom and know-how came at a price, and they paid it. So you should be willing to do likewise. That is good. This is common sense. This is common sense. Now, alert, if the buyers needing a stand in chartered seller made a purchase in excess of 500 grains, they should send all their proof of value documentation to the commissioner at thebillioncoin.com and screenshots of that purchases in their wallet before seeking a stand in chartered seller. If you get approval, then you can ask your favorite chartered seller to assist you in collecting your cookie rewards. Right. This is absolutely true. Members, leaders in our communities, They deserve one respect. They deserve also to be compensated if ever we want to make use of them. We are not supposed to be demanding on leaders. It's really unfair because they have invested their time in learning about the TPC system. And some of us have got programs which we have as part of training our own members out there. As members, we're expected also to compensate those leaders because of their wisdom and the knowledge that they are sharing with us. We are not expected um, to believe in being trained for without any compensation. Life doesn't go that way. If someone is a prolific leader in your area, you have to align yourself with that particular leader. And education is not just priceless. There must be a reasonable price attached to it. If you compensate a leader for a wonderful job which he is doing, particularly in training and educating his team members, that is absolutely right. Remember, the leader he has invested a lot of time in learning the system of the billion coin. So I want to use this article to make people understand that in actual fact, there is nothing for Mahala. There is nothing absolutely which doesn't go with a certain kind of compensation. Let us be open enough to compensate those leaders who are working very hard to build up communities. As long as it's not a horrible compensation, if it's a compensation with a reasonable amount, then why can't we compensate that particular leader for his knowledge, for his time, for his wisdom, for his passion? Because it takes time to learn TPC business aspects. It's not everybody who can be able to understand certain things. So if I'm a leader and I've got a program which I want to to train my own community, it has to go with a small, reasonable fee attached to it, so as to compensate and to yes, to compensate and to help that particular person for actually building the community. So today I just brought this article, I read it, so I thought it would be wise for us to share upon it, read the article, and understand. There are members out there who are orphans, who no longer have their own leaders there, who have lost touch with their buyers and sellers. You find that you are a buyer, your seller, you have lost contact with him. You can as well get any other leader or any other sponsor and continue with the business of TPC. It's not that always you have to work with your sponsor or the one who sponsored you. What if you lost his contact? That must not be the end of the world, my dear fellow leaders and members out there. We are a global community. We need to help each other. No one must remain unknowing or in problems. Even using this broadcasting media, we are trying to reach out to people who need our help. Let us help each other. Let us know that we are one common big family in the Billion Coin community. I can assist anybody else who needs any help concerning the Billion Coin business issues. As long as it is TPC, I am one who is also prepared to help you out there so that you can be able to do your business. Look now, we have got this 2019 promotion, which is going on. Most of the people don't even understand that once you transact any amount of Kringles, you are going to get a compensation for that, which is called the transaction cookie rewards. And if you are going to bring someone new, you also get what is called a referral cookie rewards. You understand? So we need to help each other. No one must be confused. No one must be discouraged. Don't feel and don't remain an orphan. That's what we are trying to put across. If you need to be trained, you must be prepared to compensate for any kind of training, as long as it's a reasonable price attached to it. There's nothing wrong. I am not saying this. It is written in this particular blog here. Let us welcome those leaders who are willing to build to help us in terms of the reasonable trainings that they are giving to us. We should not just expect to be given things free of charge. Sometimes we need to compensate to a certain program that the leader is conducting to boost him, to pay for his time, for his passion, for his openness, for his transparency, for his honesty. I love a leader who is transparent, who is open-minded, who is selfless, who is willing to build a community. Why not compensate him a reasonable amount of money? Let us work together. Let us have this love and the respect of our leaders. Let us love what we do. Let us compensate each other so that we can all work towards reaching the ultimate prize. Let us not be jealous of someone who is talented. We are not the same. Fingers in a hand are not the same height, the same length. We are gifted this differently. So if you have got someone, even if it's a new person, if I'm a sponsor, if I see that, if I have sponsored someone who has got talent, why must I nurture that talent? I must look after that particular person and groom him and allow him to lead me. I love this article. So let us have time to read this article again. And please work together. I'm not saying people are not working together out there, but we're just sharing some common sense here. Particularly this time of the year. 2019 is a very serious year in the billion coin. These massive promotions, the 24-hour and the 48-hour cookie reward, they are so much awesome, so much empowering. I love these two activities. My dear colleagues, my dear members out there, let us exercise the spirit of oneness, of helping one another so that we can be able to push towards the ultimate prize. And let us always rely on the blogs every time. Reading the blog, let it be your responsibility as a member in good standing. Let me say, I want to thank you for attending to this broadcast this evening. I hope it is going to help you and you out there. May God constantly keep you focused and be blessed as you do your business of TPC. I love you till we meet again. For now, I say bye due to time. We shall see each other in my next contribution. Thank you so much and bye.